Hey, welcome back, everyone. All right, a baby born with a rare complex heart condition just reached a major milestone, graduating from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's single ventricle program. So a huge deal here. And we're talking about 7-month-old baby Chosa Lee, already undergone multiple surgeries, has had so many challenges, but has done an amazing job and progressed in a way that's surprising even the healthcare folks that are on his team. So it's pretty incredible all the way around. So this morning we're joined by his parents. We've got Ashanti and Knowledge Lee, and of course Chosa there as well, that sweetheart, just to tell us about what's been going on and about their journey at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So good morning to all three of you, and thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning. Of course, this is Chosa. I'm Ashanti.
I'm Knowledge.
Yes. This is our baby. He was born with pulmonary atresia with the intact ventricle septum, and basically what that means is. Hey, you gotta tell it. And basically, what that means is that right side of his heart was underdeveloped because the pulmonary valve was completely blocked off. And I found that out when I was about 28 weeks pregnant during the ultrasound. And they referred us to children. So, and that's been our journey. He's been through an open heart surgery at 4 months. And he had a stent placed in his heart at 2 weeks to just keep that valve open so that blood can flow through the lungs and give him oxygen.
Wow. Okay, I want to rewind just a little bit, Ashanti, and this question is for you, and you feel free to chime in as well, Knowledge. But you mentioned you found out when you were 28 weeks pregnant, and the last thing you ever want to get, right, is bad news about your baby. So you get this news that there is Chosa's heart's not developing normally. So how did you process that news? What was going through your mind in those early days?
Man, I was heartbroken. Like, nobody ever wants to receive that news or get that news. I didn't know. I was very uneducated on what it meant, how it happened. And they were just like, it's completely a chance thing. And receiving that news, we were scared, honestly. We were scared because, he's just a little baby. He's, just coming into this world, already having to fight and already having to undergo so many obstacles. So the news is very crushing, but with God on our side, we had faith.
Yeah, with God on your side and with the team, it sounds like that you had behind you at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So let's talk about that. I mean, what has your experience been like at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta? And, maybe if there's any doctors that have particularly made a big impact on your family, tell me a little bit about the experience so far.
Hey, first and foremost, we just want to say we love Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Our experience has been nothing but amazing, and the doctors involved in his life is a blessing, truly. Dr. Chai, especially the nurses, when I wanted to get them, they're amazing. We never had a bad experience coming there, and we've had to stay months. We've been in and out of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta since he was born, and we don't have anything bad to say, nothing but great experiences there.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that. And we all hear success stories, but when you can see a success story like we are right now with Chosa, it just makes it even more real and even more special as well. And I love that you guys, in what you sent us, you called Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Heaven Sent. And I thought that was so telling, and just kind of, the impact that they've had on you guys. So I'm not seeing any feeding tubes. I'm not seeing Chosa connected to any equipment. Tell me how he's doing right now. I mean, by all accounts, an absolute miracle.
Yeah, so usually babies with a cardiac history or single ventricles, they go home with feeding tubes because they can't hold down any food or things like that. But Chosa, he came out kicking, like, where's the food? I need the food. I can hold it down. So no feeding tubes, no oxygen at home. Like they're like, are you sure he's a single vegetable? This Chosa have pulmonary atresia. Let me see. No, he hasn't had to have any feeding tubes, any oxygen at home. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Oh,
yeah. And he's been kicking and just moving ever since. We haven't had to have any of that, and I'm so blessed and so grateful.
Yeah, I can tell. And I mean, just it's so, so adorable. I was going to ask you to tell us a little bit about his personality, but we're already kind of getting that from him being so intent listening to you. And I mean, he's something else, but tell me a little bit about him. Like what about his personality? What do you love about little Choza?
Okay, so Chosa is our crazy Aquarius.
Yes.
He was born February 4th, 2025 of this year. And look,
He's a little mover.
he moves everywhere. Like, who needs
Yeah.
a gym membership? Like, I have him. I'm chasing after him all day. Yes.
Right.
You
This is the
see him,
first
like,
time
he
you probably
knows his
sat down
name.
today.
Yeah, he knows when you're talking about him. Like, he laughs. He makes us laugh. He's so funny. He's always he has a huge, 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 huge personality at such a young age. It's crazy.
He
Like,
just hit 8 months on the 4th.
yeah, he just turned
Wow.
8 months. So it's like as soon as he turned 8 months, he's like, I want to talk, I want to do this, I want to stand up, and I haven't even fully crawled.
Yeah.
How are you standing up and you haven't even fully crawled? So he's like, I'm gonna do this my own way. I'm gonna skip to this, that, and the third. So it's like he's just constantly doing things, constantly moving, and he makes funny faces. He does
Oh.
not like getting his hair washed.
Oh, does he not?
No. He fights us on diaper changes. It's like wrestling a crocodile.
Yes.
He's
Oh.
just constantly moving.
How funny. He keeps you on your toes, to say the least, is what it sounded like. And I'm so glad you mentioned too a second ago. You mentioned how chunky he was, because honestly, that was the first thing that
Yes.
I noticed when I saw. He is just the chunkiest, cutest little
Thank
boy.
you.
He is.
And it's crazy because he was born 5 pounds 4 ounces.
Yes.
He was born very small, and man, you just can't tell. Thank God that he's been through what he's been through.
Yeah, he's
Like,
come a
this
long
journey
way.
has not been easy, but Chosa is the reason why we keep going every
He
day.
keeps us strong.
Yes,
Yeah.
he keeps us strong.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I was wondering about the two of you. I mean, it's hard. Relationships are hard, period, but it's even harder when you talk about having a child who needs extra medical attention in the way that Chosa had. So how have you two been able to cope with that? And you're still sitting next to each other on the couch, so that's a win.
I was just telling Ashanti yesterday that it's not easy having a blue baby. This is our first child. And for our first child to have to go through so much, it has been a roller coaster, but it's been a roller coaster of triumphs and scares. It's times where he scares us and we had to, run to the hospital because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they tell us, well, everything checks out, he's fine. So it's like
We're still getting over that part. Like, but the biggest thing with us is our communication.
Yeah.
Like, he knows how to calm me down whenever I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I'm not overreacting. He's there. He's like, babe, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to handle it. Like, he's my peace. So we can be a peaceful union for him. So that's very important. And I love you.
I love you too.
Like, we've been together for 5 years, come December. So we're celebrating that anniversary coming up. And
Wow.
yeah,
Congratulations on that. Congratulations.
We love our little boy. Yeah.
Yes, of course you do. And you guys are just the most beautiful family. You truly are. So tell me what's next for Chosa. Are any special considerations, medical? I mean, what have they told you about this path that he's currently on?
Oh,
So he's already had the Glen at 4 months, and he doesn't have to get any more surgeries until he's at least between the ages of 3 and 5.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of a window to just, play around and watch him grow before he has to go back and get that, heart surgery. But that will be his final one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm seeing a yawn from Chosa, so this would probably be a good time for us to wrap this up. But I want to give you a chance before we go. Anything that you'd like to say to the team at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta who've been there with your family every step of the way?
Yes. So to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, we really appreciate you. Chosa appreciates you in his journey, just the care that you all take for him, the the Heart Center, shout out to the Heart Center. Feed the Heart. You guys are amazing.
Yes.
Okay, they are providing us with food, snacks, like anything to make us comfortable, anything to make him comfortable. The whole team there is honestly amazing. The surgeons, thank you, Dr. Shah, and all the other surgeons that contributed into operating on his little heart, and you guys succeeded, and there were no issues and no complaints. We
love
don't
you.
refer anyone to you. We love you.
We love
Thank
you
you so
guys.
much.
Oh,
True.
well, hey, we are cheering you guys on every step of the way, cheering baby Chosa on every step of the way. And Ashanti and Knowledge, thank you so much for just checking in with us and letting us know how he's doing and how, you know, Children's is able to be a part of everything as well. And we just wish you all the best. I mean, he's just as cute as he can be, and it looks like he's going to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
in the
see
months
it.
and years. Yeah, we see it. We see it. So thank you guys, and it's such a pleasure to meet you this morning.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It was
Yeah,
very nice talking
Of
with
course.
you.
Take care, guys.